contemplate whatever presents itself through your senses or through thoughts and images in your mind from moment to moment. Without any reference to what you know, without commenting or reaching conclusions, without reference to the past or to the future. It's an experiment. It's not the way we are supposed to live our lives 24/7. So during this artificial experiment, you have the luxury of having nothing to do, nothing to think about. As a result, you can be simply open to whatever presents itself in the moment. There can be thoughts, ideas, feelings, whatever, perceptions, sounds, whatever arises, just welcome it in and see it off, it as it leaves. Like someone standing by a river on the bank, watching the flow, watching the water flowing, and whatever it carries, fish, floating pieces of wood, bubbles. The flow flows by itself. Neither make you it flow, nor can you prevent it flowing. See that it has always been the case. That whenever you thought you could interfere with the flow, this interfering thought or action was part of the flow. It is only through an act of imagination that you separate the interfering decision or interfering thought from the flow. When we understand that it is part of the flow, we understand that its alleged interference with the flow was just a product of our imagination, that it was not real. It is only after the fact that this distinction between the perceiver of the flow and the flow arises as one more perception in the flow. But at the time when the flow is perceived, there was no separation between the perceiver of the flow and the flow. So this separation has never existed. The beholder of the flow and the flow are one. The beholder is part of the flow. Don't try to manipulate what happens when you understand the oneness of the flow. Because then you separate yourself again. You create an alleged manipulator of the flow. Which is, of course, a creation of the flow, and which has no existence separate from the flow. Just don't recreate the separate beholder, the separate controller, the separate manipulator. Simply know their inexistence. So that they cannot come back to the surface. Your understanding of their non-existence whacks them if they come to the surface. no separation between you and the flow. There is a Chinese poem that says, a tiny separation as wide as a hairline and earth and heavens are born. No separation means peace, absence of voice. Harmony. The mind relaxes in this openness, and so does the body. Everything finds its right place. Body and mind merge together.